Right, hello. Oh. Come on, stream, you can do it. It doesn't want to load. So I'll leave that going. Right, hello. My name's Wardowski. And let's get into another part of Watch Dogs Legion. We should be live. Oh, is it playing now?
I'm sorry, was there something else you wanted to say about my appearance?
You've been activated. Do you need a minute?
Run along.
Why does this always bloody happen?
What's... I'm all confused. What's fucking wicked? What are you talking about? I'm gonna sneeze. No, I'm not. Am I? Oh, I'm gonna cough instead. Right, so that's all we've got to do then. No. Those 4 secondary objectives are the 404 missions, which repeat over and over and over. A little bit like myself. Ha ha. So it's just the SARS mission then, right? We still got a few people to take down, haven't we? Okay, let's continue on. I know why, but I keep thinking I'm near the end of the game, but that's probably because I've been doing random other stuff for ages. For ages. Smoking gun. Investigate the stage. DedSec helped a SIRS whistleblower named Richard Malik unmask a rogue SIRS officer who he believed was the leader of Zero Day. The rogue officer turned out to be his former mentor, Emma Child. DedSec has worked out a list of possible locations for Emma Child. Start by investigating the stage. Might as well just take this car then. Ooh. Wait, what was that all about? What's this beaten up old Mini here for? Let's take it. Huh.
Control all units, possible hostiles near your location.
Responding to the call. Over. There's our suspect.
Gonna lose the police now.
Can anyone see the suspect? Control, we're returning to HQ. Over.
Anyway. Oh look, we're nearly there. Investigate the stage. Seems like a trap, doesn't it?
You're near an Emma Child's hideout. Poke around to see if you can find a clue.
On it.
Huh? How do we... Oh wait. What are you doing? Ah, there's a way up that way. Let's go and do that then. Oh no, wait, actually, should we leave the car here? That's weird. What do you need to get in there for? There's nothing there though, is there? Do you think we're going to find out in a minute? It was a trap. Kidnapped? Oh. Okay then. Actually, ah shit.
I hope you're not doing anything important. You've been activated.
I was, so this better be good, Bagley.
Terribly sorry, everyone, but one of your teammates has been kidnapped.
What the fuck?
Cyrus has got to be behind this. That was way too clever for Albion acting on their own. The question's why.
Well, they're being taunted for information about Malik, of course. I thought that was obvious when we saw that meeting where Emma Child said, and I'm paraphrasing, kidnap someone and torture them for information about Malik.
Fuck. We have to find Malik. Bags, there's got to be some way to get him a signal.
Sure, I've marked a location for you. In his eagerness to leave in a huff, Malik failed to encrypt his last message. It was almost too easy to trace it back to his safe house.
Yeah, all right, so what?
Malik has a stick so far up his arse it controls his thoughts. By now he'll have noticed his error and moved, but there's no way he isn't monitoring that safe house computer. If we use it to send a message like, return our calls or we tell Child everything, I'm sure the stick will compel him to listen.
It's worth a shot.
Agreed. Let's do it.
Why is... I don't understand why this is locked. There's a pipe that way. Hang on. Oh, there's a paste up there.
This spot'll work. Good way to get the message out. Oh wait, unless there was a relic. See, there was a relic in there, probably.
What a headache.
What's light step? Improved stealth. Let's actually change to Mina instead, because we can. We were gonna do a Aiden playthrough, weren't we? Anyway, so we might as well try a different character out.
What should we do today?
Anyway, how's everybody's day going? Alright? Good? Good, good. Alright. We're here.
Malik's safe house is somewhere around here, but it will be well hidden. Maybe have a look for a slightly off-color brick or an inconspicuous lever.
Pulling strings on a puppet. Oh, man, you're big. I'm gonna beat you. Trust me.
He's got a key on him. Probably going to need the key. How do I get up there?
I'll make this quick.
That lever does look a bit dodgy, doesn't it?
You or me? Bags, little help, yeah?
Right. It seems Malik's made some upgrades to security, and since he's both a security expert and a paranoid lunatic, I don't know if you can handle this one. Well, I can. Haha. Did you like that? With the drone? Pretty good, right?
Bagley, you're proper nang.
Thank you. Look, if we know anything about Malik, it's that he thinks he's much cleverer than he is. Which means as soon as I start, some drones or something are going to come after me. So just watch my back, all right?
On it.
Ha! Drone base. I knew it. Oh, come on, Malik. Make it hard, at least. All that big talk and security drones is all you've got, you hack. Oh, I'm Malik, and I think I can analyse SIRS dossiers faster than Bagley, but my idea of heavy security is automated proxy jumping. Please. All right, you ready?
On it.
Lovely jubbly. Really, Malik? Do you really think I'll be fooled by this thing, whatever it is? I'm sure it'll work out soon.
Oh boy.
I can't hack into the safe house if you don't keep those drones off me. Let's have another go. hack into the safe house if you don't keep those drones off me. Let's have another go.
Oh, this is awkward.
I can't hack into the safe house if you don't keep those drones off me. Let's have another go. And I'm back. Do try to keep them off me this time. Alright, if I just flip this bit like that, inject this script over here, and voila! No, that did not work at all. Shit.
Oh, hurry up, Bagley.
Aha! You just thought I'd get obsessed with the brilliant little details of the larger structure, didn't you, Malik? That's actually pretty clever, but not cleverer than me.
We only let Bagley die like 5 times, didn't we?
Message encoded using the same cipher he used earlier, set to repeat every 15 seconds.
Good job, everybody. Now we just have to convince Malik to help us get our friend back.
Fuck yeah.
And thank you. I know this is getting scary, but you're all brave as fuck. I'm proud to call you my friends.
Sir's badge. A Sir's badge belonging to Richard Malik, granting access to highly secure locations and information. So can we miss that collectible then?
Incoming connection from an unknown encrypted source.
That's gotta be Malik. Put him on.
You had better have a very good reason for threatening me, or this conversation will be very short.
Emma Child took one of ours. They're probably chatting about you right now. How much you want to let them talk?
I see. As it happens, I've been keeping tabs on Emma. But I have a condition. The Semtex is still missing, and if I have any hope of recovering it, I need you to take Emma alive.
Fine, whatever.
Right then. SIRS uses construction sites to interrogate short-term arrests. They're isolated, and it's easy to hide bodies. And my sources tell me Emma just turned up at one.
Yeah, get to the point.
If your operative hasn't turned already, that's probably where she'll have her.
On it.
The longer your operative is in captivity, the longer Emma has to work on her. Find your friend before they talk, and capture Emma. Good luck.
Rescue the DedSec operative. DedSec helps SIRS whistleblower named Richmond. Huh? Unmask a rogue SIRS officer who he believed was the leader of Zero Day. The rogue officer turned out to be his former... We've read that, haven't we? And told him Emma Child has appeared at the SIRS Black site hidden within 9 Elms Walkway. If she has DedSec's missing operative, that's where she'll have them. Get into the Black site and find the operative and stop Emma Child. Okay, off we go.
I don't mean to alarm you, but one of your cohorts has been violently kidnapped. Actually, maybe I do mean to alarm you.
Shit!
I'm reconstructing their CTOS data now, and it looks like they were being trailed by an enemy of ours right before they were kidnapped. A woman who you managed to piss off during your escapades. Find her, and she'll lead us to our operative.
On it.
Does it? Parvati Sharma has been kidnapped. The culprit is Sarah Alexander, an avowed enemy of the Resistance, with a personal grudge against DedSec. Bagley has tracked them back to South Bank Atrium. Go there, hack their optic to find out where Parvati is being held, and then do with them as you please. Motivation: injured and hospitalized by DedSec. Oh shit, whoops.
The kidnapper is nearby, carrying on with some unseemly new associates. You should be able to find our missing operative's location on her optic.
Oh, I know where they are. Oh no.
Don't want to get caught here.
I guess so. Who's been kidnapped? That's what I wanted to look at. Well, she won't die then, right? She's been kidnapped. Parvati Sharma.
Don't struggle.
Nice jazz. Are they going to split up? I mean, we should kill them, really.
Just stay down.
GPS analysis complete. I've got a bead on our kidnapped operative.
Give me the location.
Oh no, we'll take the bike. Right, where is the location? Oh, that fucking... that lamppost came back for round 2.
Our kidnapped operative is here. Mind the hench people on your way in.
I need to focus. My mind to yours.
What the...
All yours now.
That's annoying. Oh. Oh, how do we get in?
Let's see what they see.
Right, get her out. Don't see anyone following you. Our friend is back in fighting shape and another enemy at DedSec has been thwarted. Nicely done.
Right, off we go to the main mission then. Wait a second, can we equip? Oh, her. Oh, she can only have the pistol. Okay. It's interesting, isn't it? Because Mina can technically hack people, can't she? With her special abilities. Do you think that was what they were going for? Oh, ow. Shit, bike's fucked. That's quite a hefty crash. Is that her routine? I don't know.
This is the construction site where Malik thinks Emma Child is holding our operative, which checks out. Security's tighter than a rubber glove and a bowling ball.
Got it.
I have a call from... Strange. This isn't what...
Stop! You fucking idiots!
Who the shit and fuck is this?
Emma Child, Director of SIRS Counter-Terrorism. You are making a terrible error here. You cannot...
Get off my voice channel. Apologies, everyone. Took a moment to work out how they hacked us.
It's alright, Bagsy.
On the plus side, it seems Malik's lead was good. It's likely she'll keep her operative close to use as leverage. You should find her wherever you find Child.
Careful, not cool. We need to secure that drone.
Spread out and search the area.
But yeah, there's a lot of them, isn't there?
Area clear, moving on. Careful, they'll get you and drop.
Who was spotting me that way?
Find out who's behind this!
No sign of them yet. Don't see anyone. I'll go over there.
I don't see anything yet. Keep looking.
Shit, they spotted me.
Please, just stay down.
Drone, spread out and search.
I'll make this quick.
Oh, bugger.
They're around here somewhere.
You're buck.
Ah. Please tell me I can run. I should have used the spider drone, shouldn't I? To scout ahead. Damn. Well, I guess we are going to have to be Aiden. That's annoying, isn't it? I wanted to get her out with Mina.
I hope you're not doing anything important. You've been activated.
I was. So this better be good, Bagley.
I have a call from... Strange. This isn't what...
Stop! You fucking idiots!
Who the hell is this?
Emma Child, Director of SIRS Counterterrorism. You are making a terrible error here. You can...
Oh, she's instantly available. Okay then, let's try it again. Send spider drone in this time. It's a bit safer that way.
Been activated. Do you need a minute?
Nah, bruv. I was waiting on you.
I have a call from... Strange. This isn't what...
Stop! You fucking idiots!
Who the shit and fuck is this?
Emma Child, Director of SIRS Counterterrorism. You are making a terrible error here. You cannot...
Get off my voice channel. Apologies, everyone. Took a moment to work out how they hacked us.
It's alright, Bagsy.
On the plus side, it seems Malik's lead was good. It's likely she'll keep her operative close to use as leverage. You should find her wherever you find Child.
Off you go, fam.
You know what to do. Search the area. Drone, run search.
Where did he go? Didn't he go up this way?
Gun, keep an eye out.
What the hell? Why couldn't I take them down? It's so unfair. Takedown should have worked.
They'll never see me coming if I'm one of them.
What does she mean? Oh, that didn't work. Can they not be taken down? Oh, I'm just gonna get spotted again. Huh, so once you deactivate it, it's out for good. Okay. Should have known that earlier.
Don't struggle. Please, just stay down.
Boom. Huh. What is going to go on here then? Not there.
I could have left a fucking bomb in there. Do you want to know why I didn't?
Because you got a death wish?
Because we have something in common. Richard Malik stabbed both of us in the back. Watch.
Albion's new policing contract has promised. Everything set your end.
Oh, it will be. First you're going to tell me what this is really about.
Right. I'm infiltrating a terrorist group called DedSec. I'm setting up a meeting with them, and your men will capture me before DedSec arrives. So it has to look real. They can't know it's a setup.
You are a piece of work, Richard. What the hell are you getting out of this?
Dead terrorists.
I can't prove it yet, but but I think Malik was involved in the bombings and the cover-up. What's more, I think he and his conspirators are planning to do it again.
He said you was doing that.
He would. It's basic tradecraft. Want to sell a lie, weave it into the truth.
So we're supposed to just trust you now?
I had something more transactional in mind. I have your operative. Help me kill Malik, and you get them back. That door will unlock in 30 seconds.
Text file. Dossier, Richard Malik. Name, Richard Malik. Birthday, Lieutenant, Royal Navy. Tired. Honours, order, CBA. English Service Cross. Fit for duty reservations. Richard inconsistently exhibits delusions of grandeur associated with certain personality disorders, and his antisocial behaviour is cause for some concern. However, he's self-aware enough to acknowledge these issues and has committed to a regimen of mindfulness training and counselling to manage them. Supervisors noted under Malik is a career civil servant. Since our days together in MI6, I have known him to be patriotic, intensely bright and loyal, or so I thought. He came into SIRS as a director of tactical response, which I recommended. It was a well-deserved step up when he approached me asking for a significant demotion to work in counter-terror as an analyst. He argued that his talents would be put to better use in that role. He was right. A mind like Malik's is wasted on door kickers, but I realized now he was actually putting himself within striking distance of my position. So much for loyalty. Emma, draft of my white paper summary attached. Would love to hear your thoughts. As an organisation, the DedSec insurgents may pose a greater threat to order in the United Kingdom than all our other calamities combined. They have the dubious honour of being both technically sophisticated and organisationally chaotic, which makes them both extremely dangerous and extremely difficult to infiltrate. However, with planning and cooperation, this challenge can be overcome. A signals approach to intelligence gathering is impossible where DedSec is concerned. Individual operative communications may be compromised using local jammers, but so far any attempt to get location or identity traces off intercepted signals have proved fruitless. Our current assumption is that they're using a combination of standard cybersecurity defenses as well as dynamic AI-controlled optics cycling Malik 2021, which cannot be defeated with our available tools. A human intelligence approach may prove more effective. We could use traditional surveillance to confirm the identities of individual operatives, then capture and interrogate. The information we extract may not be as reliable as a signal source, but it should be enough to obtain names and descriptions of active operatives. Assuming a relatively small active organisation, Malik 2020, this intelligence will be enough to facilitate a traditional enforcement response, even taking into account DedSec's cell-based organisation. A conservative estimate for total organisation attrition following a mass identity exposure is about 72 hours. Appendix A. But it still wouldn't be enough. The other issue is the global popularity and flexibility. If we arrest 10 DedSec operatives in the morning, they can have 20 new ones in the field that evening. A coordinated PsyOps approach is also required. Put simply, membership in this organisation must be made so unpalatable to the general public that no sane person would ever dream of joining. Traditional propaganda has proven ineffective, thus a more radical approach should be permitted. SARS prevents dozens of terrorist actions every year, but only our failures are public. Each one is regrettable, but they do happen. If DedSec could be associated with one of these failures, research shows this is likely to produce the desired PSYOPs effect. Appendix B. Put crudely, everyone wants to be a freedom fighter, but no one wants to be a terrorist. What follows is an in-depth study of the logistical and infrastructure requirements for such a person. Richard, my honest thoughts are you should destroy this paper. You're dangerously close to condoning a false flag attack on British soil. Do yourself and your career a favour and lose this. I'm going to do the same.
What? Is Malik in charge of Zero Day?
Impossible to say for sure, but it does look that way. We do know for sure that he's trying to set us up for the next attack.
You know how I feel, but this is risky. It has to be your call.
I say we murk the little shit. 0 Day or not, he's after us.
All right. So how do we do this?
If you're seriously asking how to kill Malik, I have ideas. A lot of ideas.
Is there any reason why we shouldn't just get him in the open and shoot him?
Yes, that would work, but it's not very much fun. Well, you want to poison him at least. We haven't poisoned anybody yet.
Ah, shut it, Bagsy. We're shooting him.
Noted. I'll contact Child and tell her DedSec has agreed to help.
So where's our kidnapped operative then? They've got him.
I have Malik for you. Remember, you want to convince him to meet you somewhere public so we can install some air cooling in his skull.
Right, well, let's fucking do it.
Do you have Emma, Child?
Nah, it's fucked up. We gotta meet, man.
What happened?
She knew we were coming. Could mean we have a fucking rat. Can you meet up, like maybe Piccadilly?
No. Piccadilly's crawling with Albion. How about Trafalgar Square?
Bagsy, what do you think?
Trafalgar Square is optimal.
Good, it's decided. I'll see you soon.
He's disconnected.
Look, let's bell Child. We're getting our mate back.
Capital.
Yes. What?
All good. Bagley will give you the deets just as soon as you give us our mate back.
You can have them when Richard is dead.
Not happening. Give them back first or we bounce.
Fine. As a show of trust, I'll order a hot drop at a random location. I will not, however, waste anyone covering them. So get there fast if you want them back in one piece.
Rescue DedSec operative. Killbox. With help from Richard Malik, DedSec's 0 Day investigation led to Emma Child, director of SARS counterterrorism. But when DedSec confronted her, she showed them evidence that Malik set them up. Emma Child has agreed to release DedSec's operative before they assassinate Richard Malik. Find and rescue the operative. Ah, so the target has changed.
You are listening to The Bar.
Welcome back to The Upload. Today we're talking about cryptocurrency. Crypto now seems like it's been around forever, but it's really quite a new invention. Were you an early adopter?
I was one of the first that was in this market. That seemed to be a new way of financial transactions, a new way of money. It's something that we could completely reinvent and change some of the legacy financial systems around the world and really give power back to the people.
Yeah, it was a real shift in the way that the world works. Let's recap the basics. So, central to cryptocurrency is the distributed ledger technology, the tech that keeps track of all transactions. And what this means is you can have a decentralized system without having to trust any one party, like old-fashioned banks.
One of the reasons why I got involved so early was that you could stay anonymous.
Yeah, the features of cryptocurrency very much fit into that early mindset. It was all about finding an alternative to centralized systems. It was kind of a countercultural punk ethos. The whole point of the distributed ledger is you're not trusting any one person to keep a track of who has what money or how they're spending it. It's all out there in the open for anyone to see, and yet you can remain secretive.
But not everybody now wants to keep up this crypto legacy. They don't share this attitude anymore. We've seen institutions, businesses, even governments experimenting with crypto, which doesn't really fit into its original radical counterculture mold.
Yeah, it's kind of weird today to think of people not using cryptocurrency. It's so mainstream now. You know, I'm almost nostalgic for the feel of cash. Good old-fashioned paper and coins. First they changed the paper notes to plastic notes, and now it's just all digital. There's nothing to hold on to.
It was great just to be able to have a little bit of money to carry around with you.
I think the turning point in the UK really came a few years ago when the pound dropped 10% over just one season. People living off grid started using crypto, and just as everyone was losing faith in the pound, they were gaining it in cryptocurrency, which turned out to be much more stable. Kind of the opposite to what people thought in the beginning.
And then, of course, there was the recession. It didn't take long for startups to see an opportunity in this new way of doing finance. A lot of traditional money was converted to crypto, and it really shook up the financial sector.
Can you remember when they first introduced crypto cash points?
That was really sneaky. It was a classic startup behaviour. They just installed them everywhere. No consultation with the government, no approval or anything. But people immediately started to use them.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of how Bloom put out the Optic. They just made it free and flooded the streets with these devices. Suddenly everyone had them.
If there's this great option of tech, people are just going to start using it, no matter the cost.
Parliament actually tried to put a stop to the cash points, but people were using them so much already. There was outrage. I mean, some parts of London were already using crypto as their primary currency by then.
And now, apparently, or at least in theory, crypto is illegal.
Yeah, in May this year, economists found that crypto was being traded more than the pound, and banks were not happy. They basically forced the government to ban cryptocurrency in a last-ditch effort to save the pound.
But it's not like that's worked. People are still using crypto, and it's been pushed further, deeper underground. Things used to work fine with crypto, and it was just a peer-to-peer sharing economy-style system. Now it's all on the dark web and wrapped up again in organised crime.
Yeah, if you want to make something thrive on the black market, just make it illegal.
All right, all right. I'm all in. What have you got? Read 'em and weep. 5 aces.
You wouldn't let people cheat at cards, so why let them cheat at life? People who are here illegally are cheating the system, and we don't think that's fair. Let's make Britain a fair place to live again. See it, say it, and we'll take care of the rest. SIRS, we're here to listen to you.
Coming up in today's episode of The Upload, we're talking about how Bagley managed to conquer London.
There's our missing friend. Uncuff them and send them back to the safe house.
You okay?
Oh, I'm fantastic. Best holiday I ever had. Can I go?
Sick.
Splendid. As soon as they return, I'll be sure to issue them a pair of fresh underpants. Now, let's get someone over to Trafalgar Square.
Agreed. Time to end this.
Meet Malik at Trafalgar Square.
You've been activated. Do you need a minute?
Ready when you are, my little robot friend.
Huh? Oh, it was down here, wasn't it? I want to see if I left my bike here.
I didn't want it, I just wanted to see if it was here. Oh, he's been hospitalized. Right, with help from Richard Malik, DedSec's zero-day investigation led to Emma Child, director. But when DedSec confronted her, she showed them evidence that Malik set them up. Now DedSec has agreed to work with Child to assassinate Malik before he can perpetrate a false flag terrorist attack. Meet with Richard Malik to confirm it's him, and Child's snipers will do the rest. Alright. It's not going to be him, is it? It's not going to be this easy.
Emma Child for you.
Good. I can see you. Let's go over the plan. The Canadians loaned me an office across the square, so I can keep an eye on you. God bless the Commonwealth. So, here's what's going to happen. There are 4 snipers covering the angles. Here, 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 and here. Your job is to locate Malik. And when you're sure it's him, scratch your eyebrow. That confirms the target. Then count to 2 and duck.
And how do I know you won't just kill me too?
I've seen what you people are capable of when you're pissed off. If you don't fuck with me, I won't fuck with you. How does that sound?
Very good.
What if you've just got an itchy eyebrow?
Fire team leader, report.
Not got a Malik mark. Nice clear shot in the DedSec trick, though.
Don't tempt me. Fuck. Where the hell is he?
I don't like this one bit.
I don't like it either. Shit. I don't have a filament terminal in here. I'll have to request one. Bear with me. This will take a while.
Help me out here, Bagley.
Oh, if only every person in London was required to wear a piece of high-tech surveillance equipment. Start hacking optics, and I'll see if any of them caught sight of Malik.
On it.
I'll scrub their body cam memory to see if it got a look at Malik.
Image file.
That's him by the litter bin. He's either leaving a dead drop or trying to eat out on the cheap.
What exactly is going on here?
Fuck. Malik may be doing his laundry. It's a technique for losing a surveillance team. If so, that dead drop has a second meeting location in it.
Is he onto us?
I don't think so. He'd vanish if he thought there was a real threat. I'll put the shooters on standby while we readjust.
Oh. Huh.
What the hell is going on here?
Did you really think I could be outsmarted by Nigel bloody Cass? He recorded that meeting because I wanted him to. It got to Emma Child because I wanted it to. And now law enforcement has full profiles on all of you. If you want to live, get on the ground and put your hands on your head.
As if I would surrender to you.
No, you misunderstand. I meant so the shrapnel doesn't hit you.
Move in!
Damn.
They're over here!
Don't let the sun...
Get out of there! Run!
The child was in the embassy.
It's too late! Get out of there!
Oh, bugger. Damn it. There's nothing I can do. Gotta put my leg down. Oh, fuck it. Eden's got better weapons. And you can run up and take people down as well.
Teammate has sought out new accommodations in an Albion holding cell. Have London rents really gotten that bad?
Don't worry. We'll have a talk with Albion about it. Let's move.
Hey, fam. Anyone know why I'm suddenly wanted? I wasn't even doing anything this time.
Same thing here. It seems Malik wasn't bluffing. Your faces are all over the news, and not in a cool way.
Damn it. Regroup at the safe house. We need to debrief.
Oh, she's back. Okay. Was this escape the area with the help of Richard? Now DedSec has agreed to work with Child to assassinate Malik before he can perpetrate a false language. Richard Malik may be using a counter-surveillance technique to meet securely. He's left a dead drop in a rubbish bin and probably indicates a second meeting location. That's what we just did, isn't it?
Hope this isn't a bad time, but we need your particular skill set for something.
All right then.
Attend the team briefing.
I've found a potential recruit for you. Drop in a pin on your map.
In breaking news, a large explosion has occurred at the Canadian High Commission in Trafalgar Square. SIRS has issued a statement that the terrorist organization DedSec is active once again after months of relative silence. If you suspect anyone of being a member of DedSec, report them to SIRS immediately using your CSAY app. SIRS Counter-Terror Director Malik personally oversaw an investigation that uncovered the true identities of every operative in DedSec's London cell.
What did he do? I'm not following this story.
Public approval of SIRS shot up today following Counter-Terror Director Malik's statement that the Five Eyes nations will execute a coordinated global response to the DedSec threat.
Mr. Malik, what is the service doing to protect the people of Britain right now?
Well, we're aiming a little higher than just Britain. Soon we can know if anyone in any CTOS-using country in the world so much as utters the word DedSec. Thank you.
SIRS advises citizens that positive discussions of the DedSec terrorist organization or their actions may result in investigation.
Let's wait.
Let's wait.
A spy that's been after our potential recruit is nearby. You could hack their optic to erase all the intel they've gathered. I'm sure the person we're tracking would be quite glad to see them dealt with. All the intel has been wiped. That should set SIRS back a bit. I'll inform our prospect. We're being contacted by our potential recruit. Patching them through now.
I owe you.
Well, the best way to repay us would be to join us. DedSec could use you.
Yes, I think we'll make a formidable team.
So, oh, I already asked how everybody's day's going, didn't I? Who is... Nah.
Urgent call. Possible hostile at your location.
Received. Moving to intercept. Putting an end to the chase now.
Right, close this fucker down.
Control, I can't see the suspect. Please advise. Return to HQ. This is pointless.
Wonder if that is Evie Fry. I don't know how you'd tell.
you heard the latest? Those Clan Kelly fucks are stepping up operations in Camden.
Damn.
I thought killing Mary Kelly would put an end to all this. I thought we were doing some justice.
I don't know what to tell you. Mary had wealth and lots of it. That doesn't go away overnight.
It'll never go away. What's the point of fighting when nothing ever changes?
Nothing ever changes. Tell that to the thousands of slaves we just freed. The world's never going to be a fair place, or even a just place. But with our help, it can at least be a better one.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
The Clan Kelly? Oh, what's that? Inscription.
DedSec Toronto gone.
What do you mean, gone?
Fucking eradicated. Mounted police picked up the whole cell after the embassy bombing.
Bloody hell.
It's gonna be a real shit show over there if we don't get Malik soon.
Do we think Malik is Zero Day? Don't know, do we?
This is a message for DedSec. I believe Richard Malik is about to murder me in some gruesome way. If you see Malik, tell him I'm...
Canada House was destroyed by a series of explosions, and an individual known to be part of the DedSec organization was seen on CCTV attempting to flee the area. SIRS new Director of Counterterrorism, Richard Malik, issued the following statement.
I call upon my counterparts around the world to treat the DedSec threat with all due vigilance. They are not a resistance. What are they resisting? They are an international terrorist militia. And along with my counterparts in the Five Eyes nations, I am building and...
You get the idea. You're fucked.
We're getting hunted like damn foxes out there. Let's start firing back.
Yes, I wouldn't recommend that. All scenarios show DedSec's odds of survival approaching 0 before he can be found. Malik probably worked out the same thing.
Got a solution for that. Bagley boy, show everybody.
Done. The working theory is this. Blowing up a government building like Canada House would require bribes, an infiltration team, materiel, and so on. Doing it without leaving a paper trail would be impossible. Some of you nicknamed this paper trail the Malik dossier. We're going to break into SRS headquarters, steal it, and prove Malik was behind the bombing. If we're lucky, we might even find some details on Zero Day. Your missions list has been updated.
Hey, one more thing. I know Malik's currently our best lead on Zero Day and the bombings, but he's fucking dangerous. If you see him, don't try to take him alive. It's not worth it.
On the contrary, I think what Malik knows about Zero Day and the bombings outweighs the well-being of any individual operative. Malik ought to be taken alive and interrogated.
Malik loves a good old interrogation though, doesn't he? Isn't that how we found him? He was being interrogated. The Malik dossier infiltrates SIRS HQ. DedSec was framed for bombing the Canadian High Commission by Richard Malik, a SIRS whistleblower. They tried to help. Now they must hack Filament at SIRS HQ to gather evidence Malik was behind the attack. Break into SIRS HQ and hack into the Filament admin terminal. Off we go.
I'm here. What's the plan?
We're here to find some documents we're calling the Malik dossier. Basically, it's the paper trail that proves Malik was behind the Canada House bombings. Problem is, these documents won't be on one computer. They'll be on dozens, scattered across the country.
So what's the plan?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Let's have Malik take it.
SIRS uses a supercomputer called Filament to process information drawn from the CTOS network. It's like Noodle, if you could use it to search every document on every civilian, government or commercial device everywhere in the United Kingdom, instantly.
Nicely done, sweetie.
Break in and connect Bagley to a Filament administrative terminal. He'll do the rest.
As usual.
Ah.
Job done. Careful now. Who's next? Down you go.
Wait, was that guy? Well, he was a SIRS officer. Oh, my team's at max capacity. Wait, I should thin out our numbers, shouldn't I, really? Alright, hang on. Wait, who's... Short arrest time, spy... Bailout... Short arrest time... Do we need you? We don't need you. Construction access... No. Shorter arrest time. You can get us in places. Earn more ETO. Longer injury time. Shock hack. Getaway driver. All pets named after football players. We don't need you. Peanut. Another spy. Slow hacking. Don't need you. A G-Goblin. A magician. Injury time. Oh no, smoke grenade's good. Blind and disorientate. Oh, he's not bad. He's got MP5, does he? Gas immunity. Triage. Take deal less down or whatever. ETO gain on recruit. Is that just him or other people we recruit? Former Albion. More ETO. Do we need you? We just recruited them. Never mind. Elevator? No. Oh, is it on the roof?
Safe for now.
Gonna climb up this way then.
Don't let the side down.
What's this for? Oh, it's for that door. Where does this go? To a tech point. We've already got the tech point. I think we need a cargo drone, don't we, to get on top of the roof.
In order to access the Filament admin terminal from your optic interface, you'll have to align the SIRS satellite network with my packet stream from Bloom Tower.
That's enough of that.
No, we've got too many spies and recruits. This is interesting.
Well done. Now I should be able to stream myself into SIRS's nasty little snoop computer, head to the basement and hack the filament admin terminal. There's an intruder in the building security systems. Sorry, the channel is being hacked.
I've taken control of building security. But I'd prefer to end this bloodlessly, if you're willing to listen to reason.
Don't fucking listen. Zero Day took over Parliament security right before the bombings. This is their MO.
What are you talking about? I want DedSec gone, but no one else needs to die. You've proven yourselves very skilled, and I could put those skills to use. Join me. You can still make something of your lives.
Join Zero Day? Hard pass.
Zero Day? No, I mean sirs. You've practically been working for me anyway. And besides, we have a lot in common. We both use violence and manipulation to shape London into something better. The only difference is I know what I want it to be. Strong, stable, unified, safe. This is what I value. What about you?
Interesting conversations. Unlike this one.
Fine. If we can't convince each other, then I suppose killing will have to do.
That central server is Filament's admin terminal. Connect me to it to gain access. Well, shit, we've been locked out. Oh, and it seems Malik deployed the microwave drones.
Sorry, what?
Microwave drones, one of Filament's novel intrusion countermeasures. They use little microwave cannons to selectively destroy compromised hardware, sort of like chemotherapy for computers. The server room automatically seals itself while they're deployed.
Suggestions?
Try hijacking one of the microwave drones and use it to shoot the other ones down. These doors are sealed until you take out the microwave drones. Systems down, server room unlocked. And, buggery fuck, Malik has locked me out. He must have a hard line to the server.
Suggestions?
A full power cycle will reset his connection and give us enough time to complete the intrusion. But Filament uses 3 quantum processors with independent power. We'll have to reboot each individually.
So we're unplugging it and then plugging it back in again?
Close enough.
This could be dangerous. Still got it.
What happens if we die in here?
Could you do something about this drone? He can't seem to take a fucking hint.
Odd.
Fuck off, you stupid drone. This isn't a picnic and I haven't got any jam. Would you look at this? A chain of custody documents for 40 kilos of Semtex. It ricochets through a dozen shell companies, but ultimately ends up registered to an address in Southall. And would you guess who lived across the street from it for 30 years? Victoria and Imran Malik, parents to one Richard.
That doesn't prove a thing.
Well, this one is heartwarming and incriminating. It seems that the areas of Canada House immediately around the bomb were evacuated in an unscheduled drill. I have an email chain here between the facilities director and an anonymous SIRS account. Funny that didn't make the news.
You think it's incriminating that I tried to minimize the loss of life? Come on, that's so spinnable I'm motion sick.
Look at this. It's an unredacted mission report with 2 SIRS agents instructed to plant explosives as part of a training exercise. And it's signed and dated by the Home Secretary himself.
Seems it's a bad day to be the secretary.
A little help here! Could you shoot this drone down? I'd ask it politely to go away, but I'm afraid I don't speak dipshit. This microwave drone has been hanging around so long I've given her a name. I'd like you to meet Ada. Would you mind killing her?
Oh shit.
Bugger off, you clinging little bastard. No, I am not your new daddy.
Guess we're gonna find out what happens if we die. Oh. We're gonna have to go in as Aiden, I think. Because we can. If we got a...
Put your life on the line for the resistance.
Okay. Oh, we got the blackout ability as well, which is good, right? If we got our silenced pistol out, he shoots. He does like a shooty takedown. No matter whether you've been spotted or not. Which is pretty useful. And then you can go straight into focus mode as well. Aiden's quite powerful, really. He's a powerful operative. Oh shit, I didn't know. They're running away.
You do something about this drone. It can't seem to take a fucking hint. Fuck off, you stupid drone. This isn't a picnic and I haven't got any jam. Would you look at this? A chain of custody documents for 40 kilos of Semtex. It ricochets through a dozen shell companies, but ultimately ends up registered to an address in Southall. And would you guess who lived across the street from it for 30 years? Victoria and Imran Malik, parents to one Richard.
That doesn't prove a thing.
Well, this one is heartwarming and incriminating. It seems that the areas of Canada House immediately around the bomb were evacuated in an unscheduled drill. I have an email chain here between the facilities director and an anonymous SIRS account. Funny that didn't make the news.
You think it's incriminating that I tried to minimize the loss of life? Come on, that's so spinnable and motion sick.
Right. Let's have a look.
Affirmative.
If you shoot this drone down, I'd ask it politely to go away, but I'm afraid I don't speak dipshit.
Why couldn't I move? That was weird. It's not the time to choke, is it?
Look at this. It's an unredacted mission report for 2 SIRS agents instructed to plant explosives as part of a training exercise. And it's signed and dated by the Home Secretary himself.
Seems it's a bad day to be the secretary.
Exciting! Did you know that the head of security for Canada House had a daughter stuck in a Cairo jail? And that she was pardoned the week before the explosion? Why, he would certainly owe a very, very big favour to the SRS officer who pressured the Egyptians, wouldn't he?
I suppose he would.
Seems that Malik's given up having the microwave drones destroy compromised hardware. Now he's got them targeting you. The effect will be about the same, though.
Oh, great.
What do we have? Straight from your own laptop, Malik. Case files on all these little side ops you've been running. Honestly, you might as well have titled this Evil Bomb Conspiracy, Doc.
That's enough. You can't do this. You mustn't do this. I won't allow it.
Independent power has been rebooted. Return to the central core to complete the cycle.
Nice work, Bagley. Now, let's spring the trap on this rat.
With pleasure.
Not finished with the gun yet.
I'm fully integrated with Filament, and it seems Malik didn't quite have time to cover his tracks. I believe I can trace his position.
Do it.
Do it.
All right, let's find you. Too old, too young, too ugly, too female. Ah, there he is. Hello, Malik. You've been disconnected. Is it just me, or does he look constipated? Right, right. Wouldn't be a briefcase wanker without his briefcase. Oh look, seems someone's locked the door on him. Don't worry, there's no way that's going to... Oh no, it worked.
Oi, what the hell, mate?
Well, that's a wrinkle, isn't it? Is he seriously going to try to get away in a car? A car connected to the city-spanning network of automated surveillance devices? That I control.
Auto drive now enabled.
Fuck! Hello again. You know, for all your scheming, you don't exactly think quickly under pressure.
Now what?
I sent the Malik dossier to every media outlet from the GBB to the Aberystwyth Sheep Farmers Gazette. It may take some time to sort through, but it ought to clear DedSec's name. At least for this particular thing.
And Malik?
Made the mistake of getting into a self-driving car that owed me a favor. It's taking him to a secure location.
Can someone explain why we aren't having that car drive straight into the river?
Believe me, I'd love to. But he might be part of Zero Day. I just don't know how this all fits together, but we need to find out.
You hear that, Malik? You're going to help us for real this time.
Bloody hell, you insane robot! Slow down!
Oh, I didn't see that. The Malik dossier, chain of custody, 40 kilograms of Semtex. Tiffany Robbins kept meticulous notes on everything, including the email thread where she was coerced by a SIRS officer codenamed Prospero into diverting 40 kilos of plastic explosives to a SIRS black site. Security footage of Canada House at the time of bombing. Email chain between Colby and anonymous SIRS account. 3 documents paint a clear picture of what was going on inside Canada House moments before the explosions. An anonymous account got in touch with the facility's director to evacuate the rooms immediately around the bombs. It's proof that Malik had foreknowledge of the bombing. Note: a case file buried deep in a SIRS server. 2 assets that appear to be with the Canadian government were instructed to plant Semtex in the High Commission as part of a bomb detection exercise by a SIRS officer who meets Malik's physical description, codenamed Prospero. The report notes that the assets were KIA. MCV Egypt. Note to message and press a series of documents that shows Malik making a deal with Canada's House's head of security, Franklin Grove. He arranges for the release of Grove's daughter from prison in exchange for cooperation on a future operation. A document laying out in stark detail the logistics of Malik's CHC bombing operation. Someone as careful and meticulous as Malik wouldn't leave anything to chance, so it was a good bet he had something like this. Good thing he didn't count on us gaining access to his personal laptop with filament.
Malik has been secured at the safe house.
All right. Now that we have him, we should talk to him. Find out what he knows about Zero Day. Just don't get too close to him, all right? As long as he's alive, he's a threat.
Who's this? What's that?
Hey, look, they're talking about our friend Malik on the GBB.
Show me.
Other documents in the Malik dossier, which were released by the organization known as DedSec. Officially, SIRS disputes the veracity of the documents, though sources within the organization claim that Richard Malik himself has fled the country following what one described as an unprecedented and humiliating data breach. As more of the dossier is independently verified, counter-terror experts speculate that the bombings earlier this year may have also been misattributed to DedSec.
Oh, ETO. We hospitalised a couple of people there, but you know, I did try and beat my horn.
If you want to release an EPC detainee, you can do it from a terminal in this location.
Time to power down. Do your thing.
Something's dodgy here.
Deportation order cleared. Our prospects should be quite pleased by that. We're being contacted by our potential recruit. Patching them through now.
I owe you. For real.
Well, if you want to repay us, DedSec's always looking for quality people.
Fuck it. I'm in.
My car went. Right, we gotta get back to the safe house.
Anything important? You've been activated.
Just what I wanted to hear.
There we go. Interrogate Richard Malik about 0 day at the safe house. Oops, one looking. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. I was looking that time. Okay, I'm stuck. They'll get out of the way, won't they? not the way in, is it? Look at the chef. That's ridiculous. Oh, we got our own little cell.
All right, Richard. We know you were behind the High Commission bombing, and we know you were involved with the earlier bombings as well. Time to talk.
The earlier bombings? What are you... Oh, God, I've been captured by morons. I didn't do those bombings. I tried to stop those bombings. I am a patriot, and they call me a crank. Even Emma. But that's when I knew that intelligence wasn't enough. To save the Empire, I would need power, and fast.
But you knew about Zero Day when you approached us.
I'm a spy. So yes, I knew a few details about the biggest terrorist attack in recent memory. Truth to tell, I really did think Zero Day was you. That's just Occam's razor. But if you insist on a conspiracy, Albion stood the most to gain. Have you really not thought of this?
Honestly, it doesn't matter. We're going to learn the truth, and until we do, you're not going anywhere.
Oh, I doubt I'll be here long. These walls will fall along with all of you soon enough. This radical cooperative you created is doomed to fail, like they all are. I've seen it a dozen times in a dozen places. You will tear yourselves apart. We won't even need Zero Day or Albion or whoever. A single unified ideology, a single strong leader. These have been the characteristics of power for all of human history. Democracy and pluralism were anomalies, blips on the timeline. That's what you are, DedSec. A footnote in the history of the Empire. But now the page is turning, and you are not ready for what happens next.
Trophy earned hacker Taylor Soldier Spy. Sarah's chapter complete. Spy games. Albion chapter started. True colors. Mission started. Restoking the fire.
You like this? Got word from Hamish that Nigel Cass is planning to unveil some new nasty projects at a press conference.
And why would I like that? Albion's always got some sort of nasty plan going.
Because Hamish has convinced his Albion contact to talk to us. Apparently it took some doing, since Radu's a squirrely sort. He's been especially agitated lately. But he has insider information we could use. The meeting's at the Drowning Post.
I wouldn't mind a drink while we plan how to give Nigel bloody Cass a black eye.
Wait. Secondary missions. There's always 4 error 404. Okay. What's this mission here then? 3rd degree burns.
What's good, Chief? I'm sorry for not being there IRL, but there's no way I'm coming out of my hidey hole. But I'll keep an encrypted connection open to your safe house. I was having a chat with your mate, Richard Malik. Just a former SIRS agent and a former Albion drone talking shop. Anyway, he pointed me to this audio recording. You should give it a listen. Could be something big.
Let's hear it.
And when you got a moment, give Malik a smack across the chops for me, will you?
What the hell do you mean there's no open investigation? Are you the police or not?
We are. And I mean it exactly the way it sounds.
My friend was a journalist. She was working on a story about SIRS kidnapping people off the street, and then she goes missing. You don't find that the slightest bit suspicious?
Look, the decision not to investigate happened way over my pay grade. Do you understand? Way over.
You're fucking in on it. Jesus Christ.
I'm hanging up.
And I'm recording this.
The journalist mentioned in that call seems to have run afoul of SIRS. And seeing as they've taken 1984 letters a dire warning and more as an instruction book, she may be in trouble.
She needs our help.
I agree. Let's do it.
I've marked her last known location on your map. You should hurry, though. It was dated recently enough that SIRS might not have caught up with her yet.
Third-degree burns. Investigate the missing journalist. The journalist was working on a story about SIRS arresting people without charges, and now they're gone missing. It might be a coincidence, but let's be honest here. This is SIRS. Bagley dug up the journalist's last known location, investigate the area, and find out what happened. Wait. Oh God. Get out of the way. Just run him over, fuck it. They tried to get out of the way. Whoa. The Getaway. It's being set in London. It reminds me of that game, The Getaway. Remember that one on the PS2? They did always say that they were going to make one for the PS3, but The Getaway 3, but it never happened, did it? Might have to research that at some point. Oh. Right next to... Oh no, okay.
This is where that journalist mysteriously vanished while she was looking into SIRS mysteriously vanishing people.
I wager we'll find what we're looking for there.
I thought we might be able to get ahead of those Stasi wannabes at SIRS, but I'm seeing signs of a struggle. I've tagged a few pieces of evidence that I can analyze more closely if you get me some high-resolution stills.
Anything could happen here.
We did do an air assassinate. What are we supposed to do? How do I get my camera out? What? Oh.
A notepad file is open. Looks like a journalist's. I've added a transcript to your data drive. We know she was here at least.
Thank you, sweetie.
Oh, text file. Journalist notes, Home Office source says Sir arrests have Secretary blessing because they're legal. How? And can't find online anymore. Weird law library. Conveniently misplaced theirs. Keith may still have full text. Sarah's source confirms data hopping method. Refuses to go further than background, no story without them. Remember, pick up vegetable stock for Keith Supper, Albion Lady. From Other Thing has a line on real stuff. Sarah's source nibbled at the idea of being quoted anonymously. Agree to meet in person.
Who's next?
It looks like there's something interesting under that car. Move it so we can have a closer look. Tyre tracks, left relatively recently. 24.9-inch diameter. Common size for a large chassis vehicle like a truck or a van.
Down you go.
Someone spray painted the security cameras.
Damn. What now?
Oh, calm down. Did you think I had you take all those photos for my invite feed? If you find the CTOS hub, I can cross-reference the stills you took with the security feed, isolate the moments before the journalist was taken. It may contain a clue.
Okay.
Download the security footage.
Found it. Here is the image just as the camera was blacked out. Notice the van in the background. The partial license plate number indicates this is a government vehicle.
Okay.
Isn't that interesting?
This confirms the journalist was most likely abducted by SIRS. You know who might know where an SIRS operative would take a questionably legally detained journalist? Another SIRS operative. I've got Malik on the line.
Malik? We can't trust a word he says.
Do you have to? I suppose I might have an agenda. Then again, I might just be bored.
Your point?
Look closely at the paint in the security still. It's not commercial. That's Kark paint. Chemical resistant. Military. Do you remember earlier when you saved me from Albion?
Fuck you.
Come on, that was fun. Anyway, I didn't want the day to be a waste, so I installed a worm in their comms equipment that fed me, among other things, data on their supply requisitions. I just gave Bagley access to it.
Looks like Albion just ordered a crate of Kark paint in that color to the Albion Internment Center. Pushing the location now.
Saved him from Albion.
This is the Albion Internment Center. That journalist who was investigating the SIRS illegal kidnapping program should be inside.
Watch yourself, Darcy.
This is heavily guarded. Should probably go in with the spider drone. Just for safety.
Where to now?
The hell am I doing?
The intruder! This could be dangerous.
Huh? Where are they? Oh, they ran the back. Ah.
Get her out.
There. Take a breath.
I don't see anyone following you.
I owe you my life, truly. Thanks for your help and everything, but we have to keep this short. If I can't get out of this country tonight, I am colossally buggered. Well, I'm with DedSec. How can we help? All right then, maybe you can help. You see, SIRS found a legal loophole that's let them arrest you for anything they want. Did your butler's beagle have its hair cut by the same groomer as one of the Tone bombers? Well, then SIRS can arrest you without a warrant, and the Snoopers Charter makes it legal. How is that even possible? Ever since London got on CTOS, SIRS has full access to every email, every phone call, every CCTV stream, everything. When you give over that level of information to the government, the question isn't how could they do it, it's how could they not? Good reminder to clean out one's contacts occasionally. Here, this is an address. Someone will come with a clean passport. Hope that helps.
Once the journalist makes it to safety, I'll make DedSec resources available to her so she can finish her story.
Good thinking, Bags.
Now what? Study artist. Committing vandalism. Let's leave him to it. Right, back to the main missions then. Restoking the fire. DedSec was contacted by Hamish Balaji. His informant from within Albion revealed that Nigel Cass is about to announce a new project, hot on the heels of Themis. Meet the informant at the Drowning Post pub. Not too far away. That was a joke. Not a very good one. Drifting is fun, kind of, if you can get the car to drift. Damn. Should have seen that coming. Dented up my car. Here we are.
This is the place. Where's our informant?
Bad news from Hamish. His contact is running late. May as well make yourself comfortable. Impairing our frontal lobe again, are we?
At least I have a frontal lobe.
The attack occurred just as Albion CEO Nigel Cass was announcing a new security
Turn up the telly, mate!
Our cameras captured video of the attack, which some viewers may find disturbing.
Without their tireless work, we couldn't have rolled out these checkpoints. Watch out! 43C. Engage contact right. Aim fire! Aim fire!
Liar! You fucking liar! You're going to kill us all! Government officials have yet to issue a statement, but Cass had this to say.
An attack on me and my men is one thing. We're trained to handle these monsters. But I will not abide civilian casualties. This city deserves peace. And I promise you, London, if we carry on as we are, these attacks will continue. But we don't need to live like this. Scared to leave our homes. Criminals, terrorists like these, can be stopped before they even start. And I have a plan to do just that. Your police and politicians may have stopped fighting for you. But I will never stop. Thank you.
This is what I'm talking about. Cass ought to be in charge of things.
The hell he should. He's just another greedy bastard.
Nigel Cass is the only one who gives a fuck about this city.
Twat!
Oi, break it up. Keep it civil.
Unbelievable. Fucking hell. Tell me you lot met with my contact and he had nothing to do with this.
Your man never showed up, Hamish. But come on, this was a show. It has Cass written all over it.
It was just all a bit convenient. The cameras, the speech. We need to investigate that attack site.
No, you don't get it, fam. Radu's been seriously unbalanced lately. Talking all sorts of rubbish about someone having to stop Cass, no matter the cost.
Timing's too pat. Cass announces this new security initiative and then he's attacked in public. No way.
Hope you're right, and it's not Radu gone off the deep end.
Okay, restuck in the bar. While waiting to meet with Hamish's informant, DedSec witnessed an attack on Nigel Cass. They concluded that the timing was suspect and that Cass was attempting to justify his new security measures by staging the attack. Get to Finsbury Circus Gardens and investigate the attack site. Which is here. Oh shit, I'm going the wrong way immediately. Oops, sorry. You think that makes it alright? You run someone over and you go, I'm sorry. All is forgiven. Traffic. Oh, this car's a little bit weighty. Wait, was that? Damn it. No. Oh shit, we're here. No one told me, yeah. That.
This is the site where Nigel Cass was attacked, but, surprise, surprise, his personal goon squad has already scrubbed the area for evidence.
More than a little suspicious.
Yes, if you search for clues, I may be able to reconstruct the attack in augmented reality.
Ooh, look at you, all fancy.
There is a CTOS data relay nearby. That will have the data I need.
On it.
Aren't there any? Oh, a riot drone. What's up with the wing? What's up with the wings?
I'm going to need a bit more data if you want me to reconstruct the scene in augmented reality.
Wow, clever.
Don't let the side down.
That should do it. Go back to the location of the incident to view the reconstruction.
Only in video games, right? Well, and movies.
This
And
does
TV.
look like pro-terrorism, in the sense that it's both professional and in favour of terrorism.
And
so
books,
he had
probably.
access to professional weaponry, him and everyone else in this town. Let's see what we can scrounge up.
I mean the vehicle exploding, right?
Searching facial recognition databases, and here he is, Radu Florin, an Albion employee in good standing, until he tried to drive an exploding truck into his boss.
Radu? Oh, shit. Fam, that's the bloke put me on the Themis. My contact inside Albion.
So it wasn't a false flag attack then. This was an actual murder attempt on Nigel Cass.
What the fuck did he find to make him desperate enough to do this? Roll it, Bugs.
Look at that. Albion trucks have black boxes on the undercarriage, just like aeroplanes.
Oh.
I can track down the black box, which should lead us to the truck's current location.
Huh?
Be a dear and run the plates, won't you?
Of course. I'll also monitor Albion communications and 1,000 other little things you would appreciate.
Looks like a disgruntled employee situation. Cass did something to seriously piss this guy off.
If there's mutiny afoot in Albion, we could spin that to our advantage. Let's start investigating the truck.
According to Albion radio chatter, they've moved the truck to the Tone bombing site. And here's something even stranger. They've moved Radu Florin's body along with it.
The Tone site? Of all the places?
Albion has been coordinating recovery efforts at the site, which is rather vague.
It's a dumping ground, innit? Problems they like to see disappear. If we find the truck, we find Radu.
Agreed.
So those tyre tracks are the... Because this place is always like this. Wait, hang on, I just wanted to data, no, tech. Oh, we do have deactivate for all them. That's all we need really, right? Ban music. That was a joke, don't ban music. Search for evidence at Tone. Nigel's close shave. Search for evidence at Tone. DedSec discovered that Hamish's contact from within Albion, a man named Radu Florin, was responsible for attempting to kill Nigel Cass. The wreckage of the armoured van he used in the attack, as well as his corpse, were both quickly removed and sent to the Tone, one of the sites targeted in the zero-day bombings. Get to the Tone and discover why Radu attacked Cass.
I'm at the Tone bombing site. You're certain this is where Albion brought the truck from the Finsbury attack?
That's right, but what we don't know is why they brought it here.
Let's see what we can scrounge up.
Who's shooting me? That was close.
Don't let the sight down.
Better get the key in case I need to run out. Huh. Anyway.
This is the truck used in the Finsbury attack. I have a VIN and plate match. The dash cam is a shambles, but the local cameras picked up some audio. Worth a listen.
Oh, Jesus. He's pretty burnt up. Happens when your truck explodes. Fuck. I used to see him around R&D. Did you know him? Hell no. But even if I did, I wouldn't fucking talk about it. Know what I mean?
I'm detecting several optics nearby with no life signs connected. That's where we should look for the driver's body.
On it. Well then, moving on.
Oh.
This could be dangerous.
This fucking twat.
Job done. Ah, this one's already mulch. Can't be our attacker.
Yes, from the state of decay, I'd say this person died, right around the tone bombing. So that's one mystery solved.
Recent burns. Looks like a match for our attacker.
There's a lump of damaged metal in his noggin that might once have been an optic.
And let me guess, you've already deciphered it like the genius you are.
I'm pulling everything down from his cloud storage now. I recommend escaping from the premises.
So, this is where Albion disposes of their corpses.
If you consider that new bodies are constantly being unearthed from the Tone wreckage, they can kill anyone they want and get away with it. I've decrypted an audio file recovered from the attacker's body. Shall I play it?
You do you, Bags.
He's launched them up. They're waiting up there and no one knows. People think he'll keep them safe, but that's not what he wants. He wants control. He sent them up there to watch us. And worse, he called them Justice Themis drones. What a cruel joke. The project was dead, but he has the team re-engineering an upgrade that'll activate a systemic reboot, and you always hated it when I used my big up words. I can't let it happen. And without him, it doesn't. Mom, I'm about to do something. Something awful. Or at least people will say it's awful. If they know what I know, maybe they'd think better of me. Less of a monster. But I'm trying to stop a monster, Mom. I am. If you had the chance to stop something terrible from happening by killing someone, wouldn't you do it? Something truly horrible. I'm sorry. I love you.
Dear Lord. The Themis drones have been up there the whole time, just waiting to be reprogrammed into autonomous assassins.
Might take months, but Cass could get the project back on its legs. Unless we destroy the drones themselves. Bugs Boy, the Themis data we wiped at Titus. Any chance you remember enough to retro-engineer a more suitable upgrade?
I'll do you one better. I can code a virus from the data itself.
Bagley, what in God's name possessed you to keep a copy of the project data?
I asked him to. No sense in just flushing data. Never know what might come in handy or what you might learn. So, how do we use it to infect the drones?
Albion's got a primary communications hub at Tower Bridge. Upload the virus there, fam, and all the drones get a dose.
Let's do it.
Mission complete. Defanging the flock. Any other missions popped up? Don't look like it. Defanging the flock. DedSec found Radu's body and pulled data from his optic. They discovered that Nigel Cass had already launched the Project Themis drones, and that deleting the project files only delayed it. Cass is planning a code update that will activate the drones and turn them into autonomous assassins. Get to the Tower Bridge and destroy the Themis drones by uploading a virus into them. Let's do that then. Post haste. Someone did that at school. They a computer wasn't working, or they were restarting it or something, and they just slapped the monitor on the side and they went post haste. I guess you had to be there.
This is Albion's primary communications hub, but there's more security here than there is around the Royal Meth stash. You should start by destroying their encryptors. If your hacking skills are up to snuff, dominating a combat drone or two could help.
Okay. Watch yourself, Darcy. Who's next?
This on a moment ago.
There we are.
My favourite assassinations are always the one that they do the least often. Uh-oh.
Down you go.
I can't believe he didn't see me do that.
Still got it. That's one down.
Alright, don't shout.
Job done. Job done.
That's it for the encryptors. You can now upload the virus using the central antenna.
Okay.
Central antenna. I'm guessing that's in the center.
Here goes.
I'm reading incoming drones.
Themis drones?
No. These aren't the algorithmically driven assassin drones. They're just the normal drones that could also kill you.
Oh god, I'm gonna die. This is impossible. Do you know, I really wish more missions were sort of about sneaking about and doing it that way, rather than these...
Always.
Rather than these defend an area. Open the door. Oh, you see, Aiden's got a blackout, so that would knock all the drones out, wouldn't it? Ah, fuck the alarm.
Sending location on a 1033. Advise conditions.
Oh wow, I got them. Can I go under, I wonder?
Here goes nothing.
I'm reading incoming drones.
The Themis drones?
No. These aren't the algorithmically driven assassin drones. They're just the normal drones that also kill you. I know it's big and intimidating as antennas go, but you have to stay close to it for the virus upload to work.
Oh. How do I... God, how do I do this? Oh.
Virus upload won't continue until you get back to the antenna. Don't worry, it's more afraid of you than you are of it.
Oh, jeez, I'm dying really badly. Oh. This is impossible. Fucking hell, that's impossible. Where am I supposed to hide?
Just been taken into Albion custody. So long as you don't cock up that badly, you'll be my favourite operative today.
I suppose it's on me to clean up their mess then.
I forgot we had the blackout. That's annoying.
This could be dangerous.
I could have done that. I think I need to set up, don't I? Yeah, but aren't those... Oh god, I can't think straight. What the fuck are you doing? Hack the thing. Wait, if I do disguise... Nah, that won't work, will it? Surely not.
Still got it.
Right, if we do a quick setup... Oh, I have to wait before I can armor trap again. We arm all the traps. Right, that's all the traps along there. All those traps in the middle too. We better pick off any enemies.
There we are.
Oh yeah, Aiden can... Why didn't I think of that? Aiden can, Oh, I suppose I wasn't... Oh, I don't know. Is he supposed to be dead?
Done.
Oh boy.
Here goes.
I'm reading incoming drones.
Themis drones?
No. These aren't the algorithmically driven assassin drones. They're just the normal drones that also kill you.
Try and swap ahead the suspects.
Oh, out of range.
The upload's about half done.
Come on, come on!
Security breach. Drone reinforcements en route.
Oh, more drones. Oh. Whoa.
What a sight.
That's it for Themis, fam. No coming back from this.
Yes, the lights are lovely. I suggest you leave before someone gets the bright idea to turn yours off.
We managed to do it as Darcy. Don't know why I decided to come down this side. We cleared out the first tower. We should have gone back out that way. Never mind. I felt way easier doing it that time. Is it because we set all the traps up? I'm not
plan to use drones
sure.
driven by some social algorithm to dispense justice has backfired. Do you think he's actually read any of those Greek myths he's named his drones after?
What's to stop the next plan and the one after that? Cass is the real problem here. We have to figure out a way to stop him.
How? He has an army of war criminals and a private fleet of killer drones. Oh, not to mention the undying support of every bootlicker in Britain. If we go to war with him, we're dead. And we'll be handing him the propaganda victory of the century on our way to the morgue.
So we take the people's support away, fam. Bags and me have some thoughts on what we gotta do. You lot better come in for a briefing.
Hashtag justice for Claire. DedSec concluded that Nigel Cass must be removed from power, but not by force. They need to show the people what kind of man Cass really is, and have them demand he step down. Dig up enough dirt on Nigel Cass so that the people understand how dangerous he is. Oops, one looking. I'll tell you what, should we end there? And we'll come back tomorrow. But it looks like we're nearly done. The Villains of London. Getting cast down, and then it will be 0 Day next. So I'm guessing that that's it might not take more than 3 hours, but anyway. My name is Waldowski, and thank you to every single one of you who watched, and I may see you tomorrow. Cut. The bottom.